record on you.
Recording in progress.
All right, we're ready. We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Today's date is January 18th, 2022, and this is the Tell City Water Board. I am presiding over the meeting virtually here today due to COVID. Julie Conner does not have COVID, but she is participating electronically as well, and so is our city attorney. So we'll do our best to get through this meeting virtually like this. It worked well in the last meeting, so please bear with me as we go through this meeting. First item is to call the meeting to order. So then now we have the adoption of the agenda. I have no additions to the agenda, and if there are none, then I'll just go ahead and entertain a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion made by Gary. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Second by Julie. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda stands adopted. Next item is presentation of minutes for approval. Board, you should have a copy of those minutes in your folders there. You also should have received those on Friday electronically. If there are no changes or corrections to the minutes, then I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Did you guys get electronically? Yes. I did not receive them electronically.
Really?
Yeah.
Did anybody else? I received them.
Did you get the agenda here, Larry?
I got the email.
I didn't get,
We're having a lot of problems with emails and.
I didn't get anything that I'm aware of.
I did get ours.
They mailed out Friday late afternoon, so.
Larry, did you get the agendas emailed?
No.
You didn't get anything. Okay.
No.
Connie and I, I know this is off topic, but, and I don't want to get too far off on it, but Connie and I did meet with Ann Island, with Anjan and Balaji, and about the email situation. So we are trying to get that resolved. We just got to figure out the most effective and cost-effective way that we want to go with it. So bear with us on it. I apologize. What we might do is, I don't know if we should send a receipt so we know you got it. If you didn't, if it doesn't show, we know I don't know. We'll do our best. I'm sorry. I apologize. If you guys want to hold off on approving them, that's fine. Since you didn't get them, it's totally up to this board.
Oh,
Did anybody else?
if you got them.
I mean, I got them. Did anybody else?
Did you get them, Gary?
I looked at them today here.
Okay.
Larry, are you comfortable voting on these now, or do you want to hold off?
I'm comfortable.
Okay. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes then.
So moved.
John?
Yes.
Okay. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Gary. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes stand approved. Next item is comments of citizens. If there are any citizens that would like to make a comment, please step up to the podium, into the microphone, and state your name and address for the minutes, please. If there are none, we'll move on now to superintendent's report. Brent, if I know the board's got a copy, well, some of you do, have a copy of the superintendent's report. Brent, if you just want to go over and highlight some of yours, I'm going to try to pull it up on the screen. So I think you all have it in your. Really, I can't share the screen. I'm really sorry. I probably
got
could,
it.
but you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
I think I could, but it might be a challenge. But I will pull it up.
I think I got the right
Okay.
reason myself. About the only highlight, the only
Anybody wants
finished,
to have questions on regarding Brent's report?
Well, he's going to talk right now, Mayor.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Brent. I'm sorry.
really the only finished project is the tree project. And I don't see that on mine here. But that project is complete now.
Yeah, it's the last thing under old business.
Okay.
Have we received any bills for that yet, or have you? paid
Yes,
some of it?
yes, it came to a total of $30,250. He ended up removing 29 trees total. I haven't got the concrete bill yet, but
Did he do that also?
he did it all. Guessing around 50 yards is where we were, end up being at.
I see the electric department got their permits for the underground going to the well field.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. The transformers got shoved back to March on arrival. They're supposed to be in here this month on the 21st, but
You got the tire transfer
yeah, yes.
department?
If there are no questions or any further discussion on the superintendent's report, we'll just go ahead and move on to the financial report. You all should have a copy of the financial report in your packets. Sorry, I'm trying to pull it up here, make it bigger for everyone. And we'll just give you all a moment to review that. If you have any questions on the financial report, let me know. And when you're done, I'll entertain a motion to approve the financial report as presented.
Motion to approve the financial report as presented.
Okay. We have a motion made by John. Do I hear a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Gary. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Financial report stands approved. There is no no old business, so we'll move straight down to new business. The valve replacement. Brent, if you could update the board on this.
Yes, on that last main break we had out there that was big, on that 10-inch
Could you talk
main.
just a little louder, Brent, for me?
On that
Yeah, I
last
can't
main
hear
break out there that we had on that 10-inch main, that causes a lot of problems because we don't have a way to isolate that main. It's hooked directly into the transmission line that goes out in Mozart. So in order to isolate that one block and a half of another one, you have to turn the water off from that transmission line, which is a no-no. And I'd like to get approval to go out there and dig that main up on the north side of Mozart and do a valve insert on that 10-inch main. Theoretically, go back up to Franklin and isolate it, and if we had that down there, when you isolate that, you're turning off 3 houses to work on the 10-inch main. Where we had to isolate like a 4-block area there when we finally done our repair. It shouldn't be that way. You never hook a distribution line up to a transmission line without a valve. Unfortunately, that one, it's been there since 1964 like that, so we've been lucky. So, we don't want to go through that again. The valve price I got from ISI is $11,000. Isolate to do a valve insert. They come in and do it hot. But it's there if you need it. We probably lost that much money in water in 11 minutes. $11,000, so I think it's a small price to pay. And
Is that something we can do in-house, or we gotta bring somebody in?
no, you have to bring somebody. It's a 10-inch.
Okay.
We'll do the dig, we'll do the prep, try to make a safe dig. And,
Is it a one-day job?
yes.
Okay.
If everything goes right, set up the machine. And I've seen them do 6 and 8 inches in it. If everything goes right. So,
Okay. Board, do you have any other questions regarding the valve replacement? Brent, what was the cost of that? Say it. I couldn't hear the cost on that. I don't know if Julie could either.
$11,000.
Julie, what are you talking about?
Can't hear any of it. Okay.
Julie, what he's talking about, the valve replacement out there where that large leak happened, kind of out near where you live. With that valve replacement, you would only have to put in or put out 3 residents if that would happen again. So, what was the cost on that, Brent?
$11,000.
How much?
11,000.
Oh, I thought he said 100. I was like, whoa. That's a bit much.
Everything. That's them bringing in the tapping sleeve, and the valve, all the work. All we do is pre-dig and have everything ready for them when they come in, so they can start the work.
Now, the water will be shut off for how many properties during that installation?
None.
None?
That's
Okay.
why this is a valve insert.
Okay,
It's only there if you need it.
okay.
Billy, do you have any questions on that? I kind of summed it up in 2 seconds.
We done 3 hot taps on that
I know
Main
where
Street
you're
project.
talking about and how much, that's all I can get, so that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Board, if there's no other questions or concern, we'll entertain a motion to approve this valve installation for $11,000.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion made by Gary. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Seconded by John. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. All right, Brent, next item is the trench box. And this is, I feel, something we should have had many years ago.
I do too.
Brent, I'll talk on it so Julie and everybody can hear. A trench box basically is when you dig a large hole in the ground so many feet deep, it keeps the sides from collapsing. It's a steel frame structure that has supports in it, so whenever your employees are down there digging, they don't have to worry about any collapse in the dirt and so forth. Is that, in a nutshell, it?
Yeah, this one's custom, it'll be custom made for our applications. I made a few changes. It is all aluminum. It's not gonna have any steel in it.
Brent, what's the cost on one of those again?
$10,168.
Okay. Well, I personally feel it's something we should have to protect the safety of our employees.
And it's
Working with
for
mud.
anybody else on the city that they need
You know,
it
it's
to.
the mud.
What kind of equipment do you need to lift it into the hole?
Well, if you build it on top of the ground, you just take the backhoe and set it in there.
The backhoe can sit in it. Okay.
If you could straddle the hole, you could put this one in with your own muscle. You can build it as you go.
It just supports the
That way
walls,
we can
right?
build it for, we get in these tight spots out there all the time. We don't wanna just dig up half the street to do a fix. And you got other utilities there, you don't have the separation. So this is being built, or we can build it for the dig.
It's adjustable, huh?
Yes, we can do it this way, up and down,
Okay.
whatever. It'll go 8 feet tall and 6 feet deep.
That'll protect our employees and protect us from
Yes.
liability.
Absolutely.
And it's just like this company coming in here, and we'll get to do this valve insert. That's the first thing they do. They don't even unload nothing until they look at that dig there. If it don't suit them, they're gonna get back to truck. So it'll probably be the first place I'll try it out, hopefully.
How quick you will get that?
I can get it pretty quick. Already. I can get it. It's in Michigan.
Okay, board, we've had discussion on the trench box. If there are no other questions or concerns regarding it, I'll entertain a motion to approve to the
Motion
purchase
to-
of the trench box.
Motion to approve.
Motion made by Larry. Do I hear a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Gary. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion stands approved. Next item in our new business is water tower painting discussion. Brent, if it's okay, I'll drive this one for just a moment. I'll let you follow up. Is that okay?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. At our last meeting, or the one before last, Brent had some sketches that he, I think, passed around. Some of you might have saw at the meeting about the water tower. We're going to have it repainted as part of the bond, and it's been up there 20-something years. Brent, is that right?
Yeah, it's been there since '98.
Okay, since
Never
late
been
90s.
painted.
Okay.
It's never been
So,
painted.
we're looking at repainting it. This opportunity to change the design as far as how it looks, the colors, the lettering, graphics, whatever we want. So the engineers did pass around some designs. Mainly it's a red and white theme, which I think is great. It'll have lighting on it, actually will kind of light it up a little bit at night, which is, I think, is kind of nice. I would like to take those designs and put them out maybe on our Facebook page. I don't know if we could do a poll on it, or if we want to have people submit other ideas. I know the timing is critical in that. Like they want to know soon, not in 6 months from now. I think it's important if we're gonna do something like this, that's gonna be in the skyline of the city for the next 20+ years, we should have some public input. I mean, I think they would appreciate it. Nowadays, it's a lot easier. When they first done that water tower, it was harder to get public input because they didn't have social media that could, pass around the ideas. But this way, I think when it gets something that most residents do like, you won't please them all. I understand that, but I do think it's important to get their input. So, board, it's up for discussion. Brent, I'll let you finish up anything I missed.
Like to have it as soon as possible, because initially we wanted to let bids this month. So here we are, here, and the end of this month will be before you know it, so.
Mayor, I think it's commendable to seek public input, but I think that's why we were elected by the public.
Yeah, oh, I understand. I was just
And are you
thinking,
gonna,
pick one of
if
them.
you do it through Facebook, are you gonna limit it to Tell City residents only?
Yeah, I know, it's hard to police all that. I understand that, Larry.
Mayor, I don't want to interfere with anybody else's decision here. I don't live within the city limits, but I just say, as a born and bred native of Tell City, I think the discussion for the public should be, do we want more red or more white? That's just my personal opinion when it comes to this. Entertaining much beyond that is going to be difficult, particularly through social media. You've seen the Bodie McBoat faces of the world. If you throw too much out there, you're going to get folks on social media stampeding to some silliness. So that's my personal opinion. Has nothing to do with the legal aspect of this. I'm a big fan of Tell City and our red and white, just like I'm a big fan of IU and its red and white. So that's my comment when it comes to all of this.
Well, Mayor, the only thing about that, I think Brent saying, we need to move on that. So, if this is something that's gonna take another couple of months to get all the input into it, and I think it doesn't make any difference. At some point, whatever we do with it, there'll be some people who will think it's a ridiculous concept. So, you're not gonna please them all. It doesn't make any difference how many people you invite in to make a design. Some people won't like it for whatever reason.
You're right. Well, Brett, how soon do you need 30 days? Would our next meeting, would it be appropriate to vote on then, or do you need it sooner?
I think it will, because I've been pushing the Lockmuir group here lately, myself, trying to get this to move.
Gary, what's saying?
30 days makes a hell of a difference in a job like this with the weather and everything, so. But that'll be the last thing we do, is paint the tank anyway. So I think we can make a decision on the color, the lettering. I don't think it'll make a difference in the price. Paint colors do. Paint colors do, so.
Would it be okay if the board votes on the design at the next meeting?
Yes, the design, I think that'd be fair enough.
Because I know I haven't had a chance to really fairly distribute them all to look at it in front of them right now, and they couldn't vote on anything at this exact second then.
They had 9
I'm
different
not there to
ones that they
show it to
put
them.
out
I know they've
there.
seen it, but it's been a month ago or probably.
Mayor, I haven't seen, can you email those to me or text them or something?
Yeah, I'll try to send it all out to the whole board tomorrow.
Okay.
Or tomorrow's what is tomorrow? Wednesday? Yeah.
Yes.
I'll try to send it out to the whole board tomorrow, for you to look at, and if we need to call, if the engineers need it sooner, we'll call a special water board meeting then,
Sure.
and then we'll get it then. But we'll try to avoid that if we can.
See,
We could even have one after our next council meeting next month, or in
I don't know if the water board and Mary yourself realize how this job's gonna be put together here. Whoever the contractor is that gets this, they're going to do the whole job. They bid on it in one package. And you're gonna get a contractor out there that's probably that's obviously never painted a tank in their life. But that's up to them to get another contractor to do that.
Right.
You might get a contractor that gets all of this, that's what they do is paint tanks, and they're gonna sub out to somebody else to do the pipe.
Well, Brandon, it's just my goal, sorry to interrupt, it's just my goal, just to try to get some consensus of what we want and what the public wants and so forth, but, if it's up to the board. It's not my decision. This is a board decision, how, what they want it to look like. It's, Larry, you're exactly right. That's why they elected you. And it's totally up to you guys. I'm not on this board. I have no dog in this fight. So, board, is that what you want to do, is wait, maybe we could have a special water board meeting after our council meeting on February, I don't know what day that is, but the first, you can figure it out.
It'll be
Do you want to vote on
February
that
7th.
after I distribute them?
I think it'd be a good idea, Mayor.
Is that Gary said that?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
There's no need to put it off any longer.
I agree.
Okay. Verna, remind me tomorrow, please, to distribute that out. If nothing else, Brent, can you get that to Verna and she could try to distribute it out? If you get the email on it, please respond back that you received it so we make sure everyone got it. I don't want anybody to not be included in this. Okay.
Do that.
Well, if there's nothing else on the water tower design and discussion, that's all I have in a new business. Move down to mayor's report. I just want to thank you all for your patience tonight as we have this meeting. It's a different way of doing things with COVID and so forth, so it's definitely made it a challenge, but I appreciate your all's patience, and I appreciate the well wishes that everyone's given me as I get over this. I hopefully, I'm technically we've got a quarantine Thursday, but I'm probably gonna stay at the office until Monday, just to be safe. I don't want to bring anything into the office or into the building that could potentially make somebody else get infected and be sick as well. So we'll do our best. If there's nothing else then to come before the board, then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Gary, you get to bang the gavel.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion made by Julie. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Gary. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye,
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. There you go, Gary.
there we go.